Hi, everyone. It's Nia Claire with the Light Up and with Yes Word Coaching. And I am so excited. We have got the Light Up coming up this Sunday, January 29th at 3 p.m. It's from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And for the first hour, we have amazing practitioners and a wonderful vendor that's going to be there. It's an opportunity for you to get little mini readings, some healing, get some snacks, and just get to hang out with some really amazing, cool people and get to know your community a little bit better. So we're very excited about the upcoming Light Up. And I love doing these interviews. Today we are talking with Susan Underwood, who's going to be one of our featured practitioners at the event. And I'm so excited to have you there, Susan, with all your big, beautiful, bright energy. I know it's going to be a lot of fun to have you there.
It is. I'm so looking forward to it. I love doing these events. I do have a full-time job during the week, but this is my passion. I'm coming to you from my home in my healing room. So we're surrounded by angels and angel paintings and angel energy and all my tools that I use. And so it's just really exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm interested in hearing another channeler, being around fellow practitioners that are awesome, because there's so much love in the room when we do that. And it just feels all sparkly and bubbly. And that's a fabulous feeling.
It really does. And you bring that. And that's one of the things I love about you. And I know you've already talked about the angels coming in. And before we even got on the call, we talked about how they've been ready for our conversation, which is wonderful. But I want people, maybe some of our listeners don't know you, don't know what you're up to in the world. And I'd love for you to introduce yourself and your work. Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. So my name is Susan Underwood. In case you haven't heard of me before, I have done several different expos, but I've been doing readings since I was actually a teenager. I was born this way. So I call it being born weird, which to me is a great word, because when you tell someone I'm weird, they have no expectations of you. You can get away with doing or saying anything, because they are not expecting anything normal, which is the very last thing that I am or want to be. I think being abnormal is the best thing because it's our all creative side. So when I was younger, for example, story, I went to the bus stop and all these little kids were talking about how scared they were of the dark. And I walked up and I was like, yeah, I know all those things that try and talk to you and you can see, and they're flying around the room. And they all looked at me and they went, what? And I felt their energy. Being an empath, all of a sudden I shrunk like really little. I was like, oh no, what did I do? They think I'm strange. I'm like, so what are you afraid of exactly? And they said, the dark. I was like, ooh, that's my goal. I'm going to go home and try and make my room just dark.
Oh, that's
there was so much going on. I don't think the veil all the way dropped when I was born. So I see other side. I see past lives. I saw demons and sometimes still do, but I chose the white light, these beautiful bright lights and orbs that were talking to me, telling me they would protect me and teach me. They literally said they would take me under their wing and that they are waiting in the wings to help whoever asks. So they would help teach me as I went along, because my parents, of course, they put me to bed and I'd be like, don't turn the light off. Oh my God, everything's going to go live. And so I had to learn, instead of sleeping with the covers up over my face, to learn how to deal with those. And then as I got older, then it was going into a room with a lot of people. So learning how to ask the angels for a bubble of protection and to learn to keep the energy on the outside of me. Ask, is this my energy or is this yours or someone else's?
So healthy, Susan.
Yes.
I love that.
I had to learn all of these things to survive in this place.
Right. But I love that you talk about that. Like some people with these gifts don't find them till later, or don't know that that's what it is. So they figure this out. But somewhere you realized it very early on. You had clues. Did you have a lot of support growing up? Anyone in your family? Anyone in your life?
My grandparents did hands-on healing, like what they call touch assists. So like if we fell and hurt ourselves, they'd say, touch it again. And I'd say, why would I want to touch it again? It hurt. And they go, no, just lightly. So we touch it again. And then they would use their fingers. They'd say, feel my finger, feel my finger, feel my finger. And they do both sides. And it would bring attention to that spot, which leads to hands-on healing. And then when I would tell them stories, my mom thought I was like, oh my God, even as a teenager, she'd make me so mad because I'd try and talk to her about it. I was holding a glass and I had my hand imprint on it. And I go, see, look what this did. She goes, what are you going to do? Take it on the road? I was like, no, I want you to help me. Why is this happening? So my grandparents were there for me, and they had some training in different modalities. And so they said, you know what, we're going to help you get through this. We know of past lives. We did a bunch of things called auditing or remembering past life regression. So I remember being born. I remember past lives.
Wow.
I see other people's. I can see your books of past lives. And if they come up in a reading, it means I'm supposed to handle it. So I'll start from where you are, 0 point, and go back. And and I can run energy through them. I can connect you to heaven. And I've done group meditations, even with some people that I see, and like, when if I go someplace, do an angel party, that's with more than one person at a time. I first do a meditation to clear their day. I want the highest light and to release their stress. So I do a group meditation with everyone, bringing them to the highest heaven. And then I've had people cry just at that moment because it's been so long. So there are so many things. This world is really the fight of good and evil. And when they see that you're a bright light, you're like a bug zapper. So you attract these things that want to dumb you down. So they give you addictions. They whisper in your ear. They say all these things to you that are not true. So what I can help you do is get reconnected, clear that from your body all the way up, energetically and physically. And I have all kinds of tools and all different kinds of certifications that I've been led to do to help do all of those things. So it's like when somebody says, what do you do? I'm like, how to explain this? Because there's a lot of different things that I do modality wise, everything from clearing your chakras, reconnecting you to heaven and earth, central sun, all the way back up. Run that energy all the way through, lift things off of you, release addictions, and release any demons that are whispering, cutting cords from past lives and past loves, release baggage, use crystals. I have several different types of
All the crystals.
This is a
Gorgeous.
selenite.
Yes.
Selenite heals everything. It's got
so
a window
good.
in it. I would hold that over your body, and that clears things. When I bought this from a little store, I asked the lady, can I try this on you? She was just standing there, and I ran it up and down her, and she actually did one of these and went, whoa, I'm kind of dizzy. I was like, it's okay. She goes, no, it felt good, but that was weird. She had no idea what she was selling.
Isn't that amazing? And I love what you're saying, Susan. First of all, I think there are a lot of people with a lot of gifts. And I will tell you, one of the things I coach people who are starting their businesses, I do some of that work. And the biggest thing is like, well, what do I call what I do? And I'm like, it's less about what you call it. And it's more about, can you at least give people an experience to know what that's like? And I think being in your presence, being in your energy, I felt that. Like you're very lighthearted, but grounded, very clear vessel, which I love about you. And yet, like, it's always some bright is what I'll say that I love that you bring. And so at the light up, you're going to be offering some mini sessions.
Yes.
So
I will let them choose. I've decided I will bring a list of things that I am willing to offer in a 10-minute period. Whether they want to meet an angel, I can call in an angel and have them go home with them. I can clear them I can bring a selenite wand to heal you, to clear your whole body. I can do some mirror work to give you positive affirmations. I can ground you to the earth. Clear your chakras. I mean, we can do some past life, if you want to come up and say, what past life do you see for me?
Yes.
I
I
can do
love that.
EFT tapping. So
Yeah.
tapping on you, releasing trauma, releasing baggage. My deal is I want to empower you to
Yeah.
be the best you that you can be. I'm a healer's healer. I help teach other healers how to not absorb what they're doing. So I have a lot of other healers that have
Yeah.
asked me for help. And so, whatever comes up in a session, it could be giving you spiritual gifts. It could be talking about a past life. It could be
Yeah.
another planet. I know one of my favorite jobs was when I was on a spaceship. Um, in a past life,
I
I
love this.
would be a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
They'd come to a planet just like on Star Trek, kind of like that thing. They'd
Oh
come and
yeah,
they'd go,
yeah,
"Hey, we have a mission for you." And I'd go, "Okay." We'd go to the place where they send you down, and I'd say, "What am I today?" And I could be a plant, I could be a drop of water, and they would send me down, and I would stay there observing
yeah.
and writing and just learning what was going on there.
How
And all of a
neat.
sudden, they'd come back and get me. And then I'd write a report, and then I'd be back in the room waiting till we got to the next place.
Oh, I love that you're going to let people choose, and I love that you are going to be fully present. I think that's one of the things that at the Light Up that I've been really wanting is that people get a chance to meet other healers
Mm-hmm.
and get. I know it's only a sample. I mean, 10 minutes, but then you want an hour. Like 10 minutes and then you want 2 hours. You want to go back for more. But when we get those little samples, they stay with us. I've had people that I've worked with where, where all of a sudden it just, I remember and they remember. We see each
Right.
other years later. I'm sure that happens for you too, where sometimes in that moment, that's all that's needed to kind of catalyze something or close something or
Yes.
open something. And then later we meet and it's a different experience. And I
You could
think
have an hour session with me and then stop. And then 10 minutes later, we could go into another totally thing. And there is no such thing as angel time. So if I have to set a timer because it can feel like 5 minutes and it was an
yeah,
hour, or it can feel like an hour and you went way out there far and it was 5 minutes. There's no such thing as time. And
yeah.
that's awesome. But I can guarantee that you will feel lighter and filled with joy in just a very short period of time.
I think that I have witnessed that with people working with you, and I've seen that over the years. You and I our orbit, we've bumped into each other, we've talked about that, and everyone I know who's gotten a chance to work with you loves it. And so I am so excited to be able to have you there. I love the fact that you work with angels. There are a lot of people I know that have an affinity or a pull to the angelic realm or to angels or whether or not they know they're for sure, they feel that connection, there's that feeling. And so tell me a little bit about how you connect with angels, because everybody's a little bit different.
Right. Well, I channel them.
Mhm.
So I become a clear vessel. So I always start out with clear my body, clear my mind, clear my soul. And then I know how to travel astral.
Mhm.
So to the highest heaven, or they just come to me, which most, now, but they know that once there's that connection,
Yeah.
it's like if you have a plug-in, like when you plug your phone in at night, that
Yep.
the electricity runs back and forth to you. I'm an extension cord.
Right.
So I feel they run their energy through me. They're like, oh yeah, she likes us to do this. And they run
Yeah.
their energy through me. And I'd say if I was addicted to anything, it would be the white light. So it's very pure, a white light, pure love and
Mhm.
pure thought.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. So as I would say you've articulated that so beautifully. I love the power chord. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's hard to explain because you're needed and you're also not needed. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's like
I
you
kind of get
are
out of the
part of
way
it
and
and
just
not
let
part of
them.
it.
I
Yeah.
kind of get out of the way and just let them do whatever it is. And sometimes after I've said something, I'm like, I don't know why I said that, but that's what they said to say. And the person is like
Uh,
doing a reading once with someone. I was like, oh yeah, they say that you drive from house to house and you walk in and you light the place up and then you do this and you invite other people over. And I'm like, does that sound like you? And they go, no. And then I said, what do you do? And they go, I'm a realtor.
I think that sounds like
It's
you.
like, Yeah. You go from house to house and light it up so you can sell it and you find another buyer to come in,
Isn't that
kind
funny?
of thing.
I
Yes.
love that. See, that's the kind of stuff that's the magic that keeps me doing
Yeah.
the work, because I can't make it up. You can't make it up. It's like, where did
Mhm.
that come from? I don't know. That was brilliant. That's so bright and
You
wonderful.
can't. And the other thing is when I know it's truth, my whole body tingles. When
Yeah.
like I'm tingling right now. It's like if I could tell you my hair is like standing out on end and it's all kind of lifted up. And
Yep.
my hands, my arms, if I could show you any hairs on my arms, they stand up,
Yep.
running all that electricity through. I am like lit up like a Christmas tree. And then after I'm done doing readings, because that energy stays there the whole day, I have to remember to keep drinking water because it's like I don't need anything because I'm plugged in. It's like a giant plug in to the center of the galaxy with
I
Mother,
love
Father,
it.
God, and it's
Yeah.
always positive.
Yeah.
I do more positive readings. I do clear negativity.
Sure.
I have had a few people that I've had to clear some dark things around them. They do not attach to me. Angels come and get that and bring it away. It
Yeah.
is never left. If you've ever had a connection with me, angel wise, then it's like I know your energy. So like somebody
Yeah.
that I saw last summer at an expo that I was at in Afton came back up and they go, "Oh, do you remember?" And it's like as soon as I said, "Oh yeah, we did blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
And she goes, "You remember everything?" I said, "Your energy is telling me." So I don't
Mhm.
have to remember
That's
because
right.
it's channeled. And
Yep.
here's the other weird thing. It's like as the world is switching, I see two worlds. I see one that's 3D and then one that everybody says 5D. Mine, it isn't. And they think for a lot of us, it isn't. It's 5 to 1 million.
Yeah.
There is no, if you just claim it's one dimension, that categorizes you and puts you in a this.
Yeah.
It's wherever.
Yeah.
It's whatever is needed,
Yeah.
whether it's 5D or 1 million D.
Right.
You're in that space, that quantum energy, wherever it is something is hiding or you need to unhook or find it. And
Mhm.
that's what it is. And
Yeah.
so it's always going to be different for everyone. And to remove roots from things and things that are holding them, blocking them back. My goal is to bring you higher and higher and higher on your journey and send you love. And I teach you how to do it. I'm not somebody that says you have to come back and see me again because blah, blah, blah.
Right.
No, I say when you need me, you let me know I'm here for you. I can
Love
teach you
that.
this and this and this and this.
Susan, we are connected. I
Yeah,
feel like it's so funny listening to you because
yes,
these are things that I say, and I'm like, this is the work
right.
isn't about
It's not about us.
it's not about us. We just get a chance. We get a chance to help, to be a support, and
Yes.
it's not about creating a new attachment.
Mm-mm.
That's
No,
not
it's
what it's
lighting them up and giving them
about.
back their power and showing them what a
Exactly.
beautiful, bright light they are.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
this. You're making me brighter just talking about, like, it's so lovely. I love your words. I love the way you talk about this, and I'm so grateful that you're going to be there and be a part of this event. It's going to be so much fun. And if you don't have your tickets, you guys, I should put the banner up. You can get tickets here at yeswordcoaching.com/light up. So go ahead and get your tickets, and it's this Sunday at
Mm-hmm.
3 p.m. So it's the 29th at 3 p.m. from 3 to 6. For the first hour, we're doing mini readings. We're going to have lots of fun, lots of interaction.
Fun.
And then we move right into the main show. Amy Nesdell is going to be our featured guest, and she's going to be
Good.
talking about some of the things that we were talking about, which is really how do you know where you begin with your energy,
Right.
and when you do that, that's so important. You talked about that early on. Is this me? Is it not me?
I have a class that I can do that actually goes through because so many people have asked, how do I start my day? I
Yes,
have a
I
thing
love
written up. I can do that. That can be your mini reading.
that's
So it's how do
awesome.
I start my day? And just knowing that, I know another expo that I did that class for
Yeah.
people and I gave them a handout. They just have to follow the sheet. It says everything on there that you need to do and it makes it very easy. All of these things, everybody is born gifted. You just need to learn how to do it like tying your shoes,
Right.
right?
It is.
And
You are 100%. You're
yes.
nailing it because
Mhm.
we all have it.
Yeah,
It's if you don't put attention on it, it's not going to grow, it's not going to develop. And I agree with you. Like,
right.
and so much of it is about building a routine, a practice,
Yeah,
and a structure that later, eventually, you grow beyond the structure. It's like learning. Earlier today, I was talking with Cindy Guile about who's going to be at the event as well. She does tarot readings. You've got to meet her. You're going to love her. We were talking about the fact that it's like learning to cook. You have to
yeah,
know the basics first.
yeah.
Don't get frustrated if you burn something or something gets too crispy. Just keep learning. Get the finesse.
Einstein and everybody else, they had the most what they call failures. There is no such
Yes,
thing as a failure. You get up and do it again.
that's right.
Yeah. But
Oh my
giving you the
gosh,
step by step directions of how to do it to empower you. And then
that's
when you're ready for the next thing, you say, okay, Susan, now, well, how do I do this? What gifts do I have? I can feel what you have.
I
I can
love
explain to you what you have. I can teach you how to use it so that you are empowered. And I can fill you up. So it's like, I've had so many people like just show up like, I'm so anxious. I'm so this. I'm like, let's calm that down.
yeah,
And then coworkers it happens with, I go someplace and somebody's like, oh my God. And I'm like, can I just, they go, oh, what was that?
yeah,
So calm all of a sudden, So it's like,
right.
let's breathe. Let's do this. Let's just ground. That's why I'm wearing red so I can be grounded today.
I love. Well, I am telling you, I think it's going to be wonderful to have you there. And if you haven't gotten your tickets, get your tickets because you do want to get some time with Susan. Just meet her because being in your energy is delightful. We're going to have so much fun together on
It's
Sundays.
going to be
So
a lot of fun.
it
It's
is.
going to be a lot of fun. Oh, one more funny story is
Yes,
that
of course.
I calling in the angels and learning what they do. And so I send angels home with people spiritually. I'll say, which angel do you want? Many different angels can come in and I see them in color. So they're kind of opaque, but they're different colors. Then let's say if a pink one shows up, that's unconditional love. They're
Mm,
so precious. And that feeling is just awesome because so many people are lacking that here on this planet. And it's our right to feel that. So I reconnect them with that. And then they go home, right? And then
yeah,
pretty soon they call me back and they're like, where did my angel go? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I look in their dimension because I can do things over the phone too.
yeah,
Energy's everywhere.
yes,
So then I
every
see their angel is there, but they're going, they quit talking to me. So I'm like, they're there. So the angels got in a line over the top of my head and said, you are now painting us. That's
yes.
my
Look at this.
paintings.
That's
Okay.
right.
So the paintings, like this is one.
Look at
This
this.
one even has Reiki in it.
I love that.
So they actually got in a line over my head and they said, you are now painting us so that they have something to hold physically in this dimension to bring
Yes,
home.
I
So
love
on the
this.
back of these, I don't know how well you can see it, but they're numbered and
Oh yeah.
you get a personal message.
Oh my
You
gosh.
get what type of angel it is, what it does. It fills the room with that.
I
Or
love it.
I've had some people keep them in their purse. I have 8x10s too. These are 16x20s that you can
Yes.
hang in your space. And everybody should have a calm space for them to be by.
Oh my
So they're
gosh.
signed by me, the angel lady. They're numbered. They're one of a kind. There's only one made, but
You
that's
are coming back.
fine.
We're gonna do something in April. I was just talking, we should do there are these artists that I know and
Yeah.
having you there, and I was thinking it would be so fun to have artists
Yeah.
be the vendors
Yeah.
because we all need beauty. And I agree with you. These energetic, high vibrational images
Yeah.
that hold that memory, it
Yeah.
it's it helps, it's a tool to connect us to
Right.
those memories. I love it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna be talking because I was just thinking April art April. Maybe we're
Yeah.
gonna do something with the arts in April and have some different vendors.
Yeah. Then
I
I have a
love it.
healing drum that has art all over it. I have angel. Their love beings started coming in that look like little robotic people. I've been selling those. People are like, oh my God, I want those. Look at them. They're so cute. Oh, yeah. So they just keep coming. During COVID, all these little robotic love being things were like seriously flying in and chasing people around and like trying to connect to everybody's energy to let them know that it's okay and that we're going to be
Yeah,
okay and
yeah.
to reduce the fear. So yeah, all kinds of fun stuff.
Well, I just love your enthusiasm. I love your light, and I love your creative force that is literally just pouring out of you in every
Thank
way, shape, or form.
you.
We're going to have
Back
so much
at
fun.
ya.
Thank you.
Same to
And
you.
I am loving this. And so, you guys, if you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. And if you have questions, this is previously recorded, but if you have questions for either one of us, please put those in the comments, and we'll be following up. And I'll make sure that how to get a hold of Susan is available. So she'll
Yeah.
be tagged in this post. So if you want to check out her stuff, if you're living out of town, if you can't get there on Sunday, I'm going to make sure there's a direct route so you can get to her. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Thank you so much, my dear, for spending
Thank
time with me today.
you.
Mwah. Excellent. Bye, you guys. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
on Sunday.
See you Sunday, girl.